spiritual dimension, you can find some tranquility, some peace of mind, some joy, but then you have to deal with the physical world. And it's so chaotic and disturbing.
You talked about insperience and experience. I think our insperience, our interior experience, can have two flavors. Well, can have probably an infinity of flavors, but there are two directions that it can go. One is the contracted, the painful, the isolated, the frustrated, the angry, the confused, the discontented. I mean, many people live with a lot of that kind of insperience. But it can go the other direction. It can go toward openness and compassion and acceptance and wisdom and clarity and what you call divine consciousness that I don't have a good word for, but I know exactly what you mean and I feel it. There's a self-validating quality to it. The minute we connect with it, we know that it's got a fundamental value to it and a deep healing quality. It's something that immediately attracts our attention, and I think that's what gravitates people toward spiritual practice. They get little tastes of that, and everybody, when they feel it, knows that this is something different. Now, sometimes the negative aspect of the experience, the more contracted part, will say, well, that was just a hallucination, that was just brain chemistry, that was unreal, and a person can miss the opportunity that way. But hopefully many people, when they get those little tastes, will be intrigued and they'll keep searching and keep questioning and moving toward it and gradually becoming more and more grounded in it. And that is, I think, the interior work. But I'm interested actually in the experience, if we talk about the outside experience. Because we look out into this world and we see on a certain level, from a certain point of view, the mirror image of that negative interior experience.
Exactly.
The world looks frightening, it looks destructive, it looks greedy, it looks, especially the human world, it looks doomed almost these days. And you can look at that and be very dismayed. I think one value in what I'm trying to do by bringing relatively straightforward scientific imagery and facts to people is to allow people to see beyond that surface appearance of reality where it looks so dismaying, it looks so greedy and so hostile and so competitive and so negative. If we look through beyond that and see how it's this infinitely complex and almost incomprehensible flow of movement and energy and resonance and connection between cells and organs and individuals and organisms and ecosystems and ecospheres, that what looks on the surface like a very hard, punishing kind of realism is actually an infinite foam with just, a sparkling, almost champagne-like quality, right? This bubbling effervescence, this joy of life. And we get trapped at a certain level, and we're looking at it from this kind of hard edge, and we're
not seeing the big picture.
We're not seeing the deeper part of it. We're not seeing